Hey there YouTube, Pixar Prime 10 here, and welcome back to another episode of Megaman 2. Today I am reviewing a Megaman item for you guys that not only have I wanted ever since its release, but I have been waiting so long to bring you a video review of it, and I've had it for a couple months before May, about since December, but I didn't want to, I knew in case I did a Megaman 2, I knew I was going to want to save this, and thank God I did, because talk about a centerpiece. This thing, well, what is this thing? This is the Thinkgeek Megabuster Replica. Thinkgeek is an absolutely awesome company who is a mainly based online store, but they are starting to open up actual physical stores, and I've been to one of them, and it's really cool. But this is their replica of Megaman's Megabuster. Of course, Megaman's signature weapon, his hand transforms into this gun, and it is called the Megabuster. I don't have any prop replicas from any video game characters, any movies, or really anything. So this thing is awesome because Megaman is one of my, he is my favorite video game character along next to Sonic. So this thing is awesome. What this translates to is I can put this on and pretend that I'm Mega Man. And because I'm a nerd and I love doing stuff like that, you know I'm absolutely going to. And Thinkgeek outdid themselves with this. Now, I didn't actually get this when it was originally released. This was given to me by a friend, a very special friend who I have mentioned and you have actually heard from a couple times in this Mega Man 2 series. His name is That Classy Combine. He has done animated so many of the intros that you've seen from Mega Man 2. He was in the Smash with Friends video, and he has also bought me quite a few things. He bought me the Nendoroid figure, he bought me an item coming later in Mega Man 2, and he gave me this. He received this as a gift, and because he doesn't really like Mega Man, for a while he kept it and was like, well, I don't really do anything with it. Do you want it? And I said, abso-freaking-lutely, this... Thank you, man, because this is one of my favorite things that I own. This is beautiful, and I absolutely love it. So, as you can see, it is a replica of Mega Man's Megabuster, and it's simple. It's this nice big dome-type blue plastic thing. It's plastic. You can hear it. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but there's this toy company called Matty Collector who has made a bunch of prop replicas from the Ghostbusters movies. Now, I'm not actually a fan of the Ghostbusters movies, but I have watched reviews of all of those prop replicas, and those are actually really cool, and this totally reminds me of that. It is a prop replica of Mega Man. And they also make Mega Man's helmet, believe it or not, which, by the way, I don't have the box, so I do apologize. He threw it away. But this thing would not have any scratches if I originally owned it. But it doesn't really bother me because I have it to begin with. So, thanks, man, again. But anyway, they make the Mega Man helmet, and I think that one does light up, as does this one, but we'll get there. So, I think that's absolutely awesome that they made the helmets, but this thing is absolutely awesome. Now, you can see it is on a little display stand, and I'm sure you're curious about that little clear piece of plastic. So let's get this out of here. So here's the little display stand that it comes with. It just sits flat on the ground, and it has two plastic pieces here that have this little piece of rubber on it so it doesn't scratch the Megabuster. It sits nice on this little rubber piece of plastic here and here, which you can see they're a little discolored. They're not the same white as this plastic base, but it's a nice thin plastic base. It does have the Mega Man logo on it and Capcom, which is awesome. I think that's really nice and pretty. If it had like a plaque that said Megabuster, that'd be really cool, but oh well. It does hold it up, it does display it, and doesn't scratch it, so I like this thing. So, back to this big guy here. This thing is awesome. As if it isn't awesome enough that you have this giant Megabuster that you can display with your Mega Man figures, your Mega Man games, whatever the heck you want, really. This is absolutely 100% functionable as your own personal Megabuster that you can wear. Now, as you can see, it is just this plastic shell with this plastic tip, and the only thing you can see all the way around it is just this blue with this little line here where it connects, some stuff on the bottom, the little screw, and then on the back, or on the top here, you have this golden bar, which is, I've been told and I've seen online that this is supposed to be like Mega Man presses these buttons and that's how he decides what power he wants to use. I don't really know if that's accurate or not, but we'll say it is. So you have this yellow bar here, and then on the front of the Megabuster, you do have a red tip, just like Mega Man's, and you have the lines in there, and you got the red tip in there, which is 100% accurate to Mega Man's. This thing is, first of all, it's huge, and it's absolutely superb looking. I love it. To give you a little bit of a size comparison, here is the Mega Man amiibo. And you can see this thing is and there is his Megabuster, so though you can see how accurate it is too. This thing is absolutely huge. It's meant for a human to wear, which is cool. So you can see it has that red tip in there where obviously his pellets shoot at, and you have this golden bar here, which is really nice. For the aesthetic of it and the way it looks, that's about it. You have this blue plastic casing with this separate piece here, this is actually how you replace the batteries. I just did it before the review. You take this screw out, you slide this like that. It's like a lock. You slide it like that, pull it off, and then there's a little drawer that you take out. You replace the batteries, slide that drawer back in, put this on, screw it, put the screw back in, and it's really kind of ingenious the way they have you replace the batteries. But you can see that red tip there. It looks really good. I'm trying to show it to you from all angles. If you guys can tell, I have literally no room to review this thing because my board is very small. I need to upgrade. As you can see, I have pieces of cardboard, I'm not going to lie to you, on the sides here so that it doesn't look, you can't see off the sides of my board. So I am trying to improvise here, so I don't have much room, so I do apologize. This thing is really just, it's gorgeous, and the fact that I have it, and you can see inside there, the fact that I have it just makes me so incredibly happy because it really does look so good. And as a Mega Man fan, this is so cool to have. Mega Man toys aren't that popular. You have like the D-Arts figures and the not the SH figure arts, the Kotobukiya model figures, but having like an actual toy of literally Mega Man's weapon, the Mega Buster, the iconic weapon from Mega Man, is just awesome, and I absolutely love it. Now, it does have some functionality. So, if I were to angle this like this, and I bring my light down, you guys can see that there is, in fact, a handle inside there, and there's a little switch right there. So, we're going to bring this back up. If I put my hand inside here, and I turn on that switch, you will see, and hear. So, I don't know if you could see it, but this lit up, and also, if you can see it, the front lit up. I'm going to turn off my lights later so you can see. And it also made a powering up sound. That is a sound effect pulled directly from the 8-bit Mega Man games, so that is absolutely awesome. So if I put my arm inside here, and I'm trying to get as close as I can so I don't pull it off the board, there's a handle, you saw, but there's also happens to be a trigger on that handle. And if I pull that trigger, you can hear the iconic shooting sound from Mega Man, the 8-bit games, and it is literally the exact same sound. And you can do it as fast as you want. It will react, and as you can see, this is blinking, and I don't really know how I'm going to show this to you, but, alright, I'm kind of at an awkward angle here, but if you can see it, the front tip does flash when I pull that trigger, and it makes the sound. So the fact that it makes that sound and the lights flash is absolutely awesome to me. It just makes this thing come to life so much more than it already does. So, I pull that trigger, and I can shoot lemons, which is awesome. Now, one of the also cool features is Mega Man doesn't just have his pellets, he has his charge shot starting in Mega Man 4, so if I hold down the trigger, you can hear the charge up sound and the release from Mega Man. I can hold it down as long as I want. And that will keep going, and the sound of the blast will release. Now, when I hold this down, you can see this fades up and down, and when I release, it turns off and comes back, and the front light, the red light, coming back at this awkward angle here, the front light flashes too. Now, the lights and the sounds on this thing, aside from the fact that this thing is just beautiful to begin with, the lights and the sounds really make it come to life. If I actually turn off my lights here, you can see the full illuminated yellow bar of the Mega Buster, but if I press the trigger, you can see that flashes. So you can see when I pull the trigger, the yellow bar is fully illuminated, and it does flash, and if I hold it down to create that charge shot sound effect, it does fade in and out with the charge shot, and then when I release, it goes down. Everyone off until they're all off, and it comes back on, which is awesome. That is so very cool. And as you can see, there is the front of the Mega Buster. I am at an awkward angle, so I do apologize for that. But you can see it is a little bit darker on camera, but these lights really aren't that bright to begin with. But you can see that the front of the Mega Buster is illuminated, and when I pull the trigger, the front of the Mega Buster gets brighter as if it is shooting. And when I hold it down, that stays up for the whole time that blast sound effect is going on. So yeah, aside from looking beautiful, those are the features of the Mega Buster. I apologize for not being able to show you the front light too well. You can kind of see it, and it looks like it's flashing, but it's actually not. There's something wrong with my camera. But aside from looking beautiful, this thing has lights and sounds, and a display stand to help display it. And I think if I were to push it up a little bit, I can point it up a little bit, and I actually kind of prefer that because I think that looks a little bit nicer. So This thing, it looks beautiful. The sounds are crystal clear. They're not muffled. They're not fuzzy. They sound amazing, ripped literally directly from the game. So it sounds beautiful. And the lights really just complete it. How this goes down when you do the charge shot. Both of these flash. And the tip lights up when you do the regular pellet shots. This thing is just, I cannot describe absolutely how amazing it is. If you're a fan of Mega Man, you need this. It is like $80 freaking dollars. A little expensive. I won't lie, I didn't even pay the money. Combine gave it to me, as mentioned before. So, honestly, I got it for free, but I love it. And if I didn't get it for free, eventually I was going to buy it, and now I need to buy myself that helmet to just complete this set of Thinkgeek Mega Man replicas. One thing that I do wish this had is inside where the switch is. Oh, and one of the coolest things I forgot to mention, when you turn it off, this light goes down here. I'll turn off my light so you can see a little bit better. So as you turn it on and off, the lights go down and they come back up. So the sound you're hearing when you turn it off is the Mega Man death sound effect. When you die, you run out of health, you fall in a pit, or you fall on spikes, that's the sound that you hear. The power-up sound, I believe that is like weapon equipped or something. I gotta be honest, I don't really remember. I know, I recognize it. I know it's from the games. I don't recognize it specifically. Like, when I hear this, immediately you know that's the death sound effect. And they could not have chosen a more perfect sound effect to put on this thing as it's turning off. Because it's turning off, he's dying, you hear the death sound effect. And one thing that's weird is the handle. If I'm to hold it, if I'm holding it like this is facing up. Now, some people don't like that. I understand why they did that, so while you're shooting and holding it and using it, you can actually see the lights on top here. But when Mega Man is actually holding his Mega Buster, his bar is actually on the side. You can see it's not really on top like it is here. But as you can see, that's such a faithful recreation. I love it so much. So people actually, if you hold the handle sideways like this, like so you hold the trigger with your pinky, that will be on the side, but then if you turn your wrist, it goes in the bottom. I just hold it normally because I don't really mind that it's on the top. I understand why they did that, so you could see it. So honestly, it makes sense to me, so I don't really have a problem with it. But I do understand why some people would be upset, but again, it doesn't bother me. But one thing I absolutely wish this thing had is right here, where the switch is here, and the battery is here, so I imagine the wires just run through the top. One thing that I absolutely wish this had was an AC port adapter. An AC adapter would allow me to plug this in and just leave it on my shelf with the lights on. Well, the reason I can't do that is because, the batteries will just die and I have to constantly replace them. I don't really want to worry about that. So this thing will sit on my shelf without the lights on. If I'd had an AC adapter port, I could just plug it into the wall, and never have to worry about it. They do that with certain Hot Toys has display stands with lights, where instead of putting batteries in, you can plug it into the wall, and those lights stay on constantly. But it doesn't really matter because this thing is beautiful. It looks great. It's fun to play with. It has beautiful lights, great sound, amazing functionality and features, and I absolutely love it. If you're a Mega Man fan, you need this because it will make you so happy, and I absolutely love it. Thinkgeek did a wonderful job with this. Really cannot think of any major gripes that I have with it. So I really wanted to bring this to you guys because I have had it just sitting here for so long, and I really wanted to review it, and I'm glad that I finally have. This is one of the things I was most excited for Mega Man 2. I knew this was going to be fun, and it was, and I love this thing, and I'm sure you can already tell. But a little pricey, so try and get it, but try not to spend. If maybe the price has gone down, but if you can find it cheaper, I would do that. If you can't, I don't know, I would still go for it. It was sold out the last time I checked. They might have gotten more, but I love this thing. It's beautiful. It's what every Mega Man fan needs and what every Mega Man fan wants, because it just makes us Mega Man fans, it just makes us happy, because it's literally this guy's weapon. So, there you go. So, alright guys, I really, really hope you enjoyed their video review of the Thinkgeek Mega Buster replica, because I absolutely loved reviewing it for you. If you enjoyed, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Mega Man 2 videos coming soon. We're not quite done yet. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter for sneak previews and updates. I'm always keeping you guys updated there on what video is coming next and what's going on, basically with me and what I'm up to. So, alright guys, thank you so very much for watching. As always, do not forget to have yourselves a great day. I will see you soon with more Mega Man.